Hey guys, Rahul here from MySmartPrice, and today I have the Xiaomi Redmi 2 Prime for review. A few days ago we had uploaded the unboxing video of this phone. You can watch that video by clicking the link below. I was using this device as my primary phone for the past week and thought it was about time I should tell you about my findings. So let us check out the Redmi 2 Prime in detail. Before we start, once again I want to remind you that the Redmi 2 Prime is an upgraded Redmi 2 with more internal memory and double the RAM compared to the original Redmi 2. The rest of the specifications are the same. As usual, let us start off with the design aspects of the phone. The Redmi 2 sports the standard Xiaomi look that you have seen on its other low-cost phones like the Redmi 1S and the Redmi Note series. The phone we received for review came in grey. We will start off with the front panel of the phone, which sports the 4.7-inch 720p display. Above the display is the earpiece as well as the front-facing camera. At the top, we have a lone 3.5mm audio jack. Moving on to the right side, we have the volume rocker keys as well as the power button. At the bottom, we have the primary microphone as well as the micro USB port for connectivity. The rear panel houses the 8-megapixel camera, the loudspeaker as well as the LED flash, followed by the secondary microphone. The Mi logo is located at the lower part of the rear panel. Removing the back panel reveals the 2200 mAh battery, the dual micro SIM card slots as well as the micro SD card slot for memory expansion. The phone is very compact, especially if you are using a 5-inch plus display laden phone previously. The smoothness of the plastic, however, makes it a bit slippery. We were, however, left impressed with the overall build quality of the phone. Moving on to the hardware. The Redmi 2 Prime is powered by the same Qualcomm Snapdragon 410 64-bit processor that was used on the Redmi 2. The difference here is the 2GB of RAM and the larger internal memory that this Prime version sports. The higher storage is always welcome, but more important is the RAM upgrade, which ensures that the phone does not perform sluggishly with MIUI 6. Of the 16GB, just over 11GB is available to the user. You can of course expand the memory further thanks to the microSD card slot. We can confirm that even a 128GB card works fine on the Redmi 2 Prime. We use the Kingston 128GB microSD XC Class 10 card and it worked perfectly fine. The graphics department is handled by an Adreno 306 GPU, which allows the phone to play basic games. If you intend to play graphic intensive games on this phone, you should be prepared to be disappointed. That said, they certainly are not unplayable. Moving on to the software. In a world filled with Android 5.0 lollipop-laden phones, the Redmi 2 Prime is a glaring exception. It still runs Android 4.4.4 KitKat, which lies buried under the MIUI 6 shell. And if you are to believe Xiaomi, it will not be upgraded to Android 5.0 and beyond. It will, however, get an update to MIUI 7. While this might put off people who like to be always on the latest version of Android, for most end users, this would not matter much. As for the OS, MIUI is pretty easy to use. As the norm is with Chinese phone makers, MIUI 6 also lacks an app drawer. It has comprehensive theme support and you can download and install a wide variety of themes from the Mi store and quickly change the look and feel of your phone. Multitasking is easy. You can switch between apps by pressing the Options button. Long pressing the Options key invokes the menu to adjust the apps, change the wallpaper and toggle the transition effects. Long pressing the Home key invokes Google Now. MIUI 6 also lets you customize notifications. Moving on to the camera, the Redmi 2 Prime gets an 8-megapixel camera at the rear and a 2-megapixel camera at the front for selfies. The camera takes decent pictures outdoors. Indoors, I noticed that the camera has issues focusing on close-up shots. The flash is good enough to light up a small room for low-light imaging. The main camera also gets a manual mode where you can adjust the white balance and ISO settings. It also supports the panorama mode, a beautify mode and several scene modes. The HHT mode is short for handheld twilight mode and helps you take images in low light conditions. The front camera takes decent selfies and also supports face detection and recognition. Here are a few sample images taken using the main camera. The Redmi 2 Prime supports Full HD video recording as well. In the video mode, you also get the option for time lapse. Image capture while video recording is turned off by default and you need to turn it on manually from the camera settings menu. The front camera is also capable of capturing videos in 720p. Here is a video sample taken using the rear camera. Being an Android device, the Redmi 2 fares pretty well on the multimedia front. The phone sports an inbuilt video player that plays a wide variety of file formats out of the box. The inbuilt music player is also quite capable. The music player gets its own equalizer and you can fine-tune the output. The equalizer, however, only works when you have earphones connected. The audio quality is great and it easily managed to drive the Tascam TH02 headphones that we use in the studio. I was also impressed with the volume levels of the loudspeaker and loved the fact that the ringtones and sounds do not come out muffled when you place the phone on a table. In fact, we found the speaker on the Prime to be one of the best at such a low price point. It even performs marginally better than the already good loudspeaker on the Motorola Moto G3. The Redmi 2 Prime might look slightly outdated on paper thanks to the slightly older chip that the device uses. However, the additional 1GB of RAM that the phone has received has really helped things. In the course of my usage, not once did the phone show signs of lag or stress. I opened multiple applications, played 3D games and watched videos for hours, and the phone handled it all with ease. The most surprising was the fact that it handled Asphalt 8 Airborne pretty well. There were times at which it lagged, but overall I found the performance satisfactory for a device retailing at this price. While it handled Asphalt Airborne well, there were issues with Asphalt Overdrive which I had also installed. That said, the Prime should be able to handle most gaming tasks you would throw at it pretty well. In the Antutu benchmark test, the phone managed a score of 20,426. Call quality was great, although at times I found the sound to be a little muddled. But I am thinking it could be also due to the poor voice connectivity in the area I am in. The phone also gets dual microphones, rarely seen on phones below Rs 7,000. We came out pretty impressed with the Redmi 2 Prime. It has just the right balance of price and performance and dominates almost all of its competitors in the price bracket, including the likes of the Lenovo A6000 Plus and the Coolpad Dazen T1. Those of you not accustomed to MIUI will take a day or two to get used to it. For those used to MIUI, you will be glad to see that the phone does not lag very easily thanks to the 2GB of RAM. Personally, I also like the diminutive size of the phone. If a 4.7-inch display feels too small for you, this phone isn't for you. One drawback about the Prime is the fact that it would not be upgraded to Android 5.0 and further. It would, however, receive MIUI updates and is compatible with MIUI 7, which was announced recently. To conclude, if you are on a shoestring budget and cannot spend more than Rs 7,000 on a primary smartphone, the Redmi 2 Prime is the sure shot way to go. That was the review of the new Xiaomi Redmi 2 Prime. As always, let us know what you think about the phone and this review in the comment section below. This is Rahul Srinivas signing off for now.